We ended yesterday with 6 spots available on the Detroit Lions practice squad as those numbers still come in, and we're probably going to finish it today. I would be surprised if we don't complete that today. Worst case scenario, we end the day with 14 or 15 and there'll be 1 left. I believe last year it was only 2 left after the first or second day, and then we wind up filling those and completing those by the end of that day. But the Detroit Lions have filled another spot, and this one right here is quite interesting. From Jordan Schultz, source, former at Chiefs wide receiver Darius Fountain is signing with the at Lions practice squad today. The 6'2", 210-pound Fountain was released by the Bears during final cut. So, of course, that was after the last preseason game, like the rest of everyone was. Now, the interesting thing about Fountain is he was actually drafted in 2018 in the 5th round by the Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't believe he saw any action with the Chiefs roster back then, and then he wound up with the Bears and played pretty well during their preseason. Again, we've seen people with quality get cut from the Detroit Lions. So a little bit more about Darius. From Pride to Detroit, it says, a 6'2", 210 pounds. Fountain gives Detroit another relatively big-bodied receiver that comes with some speed. Per his RAS card, Fountain ran a 4.51 at his pro day and has an overall athletic score of 8.01. The Lions opted to keep 5 receivers on their 53-man roster. We know who they are. Additionally, they already had Dylan Drummond and Maurice Alexander on their practice squad, so it seems unlikely Fountain will find his way onto the field anytime soon. That said, he gives Detroit another bigger receiver option, something they have lacked for the past few years. Now, that is an interesting statement about the lack of a big-bodied wide receiver. We really haven't had one, honestly, since Calvin Johnson. I mean, Kenny Golladay had a solid frame, but a big-body wide receiver. DJ Chark, 6'4", but he was kind of slender. He was like a more speed than size, but we haven't had that big-body wide receiver. Now, here's a little bit more about Fountain. Fountain was a 5th-round pick for the Indianapolis Colts back in 2018, but he would end up only making 6 games appearances in his first 3 years with the team. Okay, so he did play for the team. He did actually show up. From there, he spent the 2021 season with the Kansas City Chiefs, mostly on their practice squad. Last year, he was a late addition to the Chicago Bears practice squad, but did not make a game appearance and was part of the team's final roster cuts this weekend. That said, he did lead the Bears receivers this preseason with 7 catches, 115 yards, and an impressive touchdown grab, which is highlighted in the Twitter video or the Twitter link that we were just looking at. So Darius Fountain, the practice squad is filling up. 6'2", 210. Remember, the practice squad is an extension of the 53-man roster. So that's the way Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes look at it. Good replacement for Trinity Benson, because it looks like Trinity Benson is not going to be back on this team, at least for right now anyway. We seem to get him during the season somehow, some way. But Darius Fountain, a actual draft pick from 5 years ago with the Detroit Lions practice squad as it continues to fill up. The making of this video, we have 12 individuals, I believe it is. I'm going to do a video about a person we just signed. That'll be coming sometime in the next few hours, so look out for that one. But let me know in the comments below, what do you feel about Darius Fountain being added to the practice squad? The new names that we bring in, I think I'm going to do highlight videos on them because these are outsiders coming in that we may not know much about. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Darius Fountain. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.